What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Nick Moseder here. A Biden-appointed judge just ruled that out in Illinois, ICE agents are barred from arresting illegal immigrants outside of courthouses, and if they defy his orders, they will be arrested themselves. This is on the Gateway Pundit. It's on Breitbart, but there's some details missing here that really paint a broader picture of who this judge is and the agenda that he serves. So, before we get started, click like, subscribe, share this to your friends. Turn the bell notifications on. We're trying to build this channel back up. I need your help. And I woke up at 5 in the morning to cover this story for you guys before I got to head to work. All I'm asking for is a little likey poo. Okay, just click the like button. So let's get into this. So Breitbart, they say Chicago area judge rules ICE agents can be arrested at courthouses. A Chicago area judge has ruled that Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE officers can be arrested at Cook County courthouses if they violate his orders and arrest a migrant without a warrant. You know, the left, the No Kings protesters, they hold up signs. They make the argument that what ICE is doing is a violation of the Constitution because they're not educated. They don't understand what they're saying. And they say that, you know, these illegal immigrants are being detained and arrested without due process. And that's absolutely incorrect, and I'll tell you why in just a second, but you know, it's part of this overarching narrative that's been perpetuated in the media that what ICE is doing is the equivalent of Nazi Germany. They're just going in, kicking down doors and zip tying hardworking Americans to detain and deport them without due process. That's sort of how the left wing views what's going on, when in reality, these are people that have violated the law. Many of them are criminals, gang members, cartel members, and ICE is attempting to enforce the Trump agenda and clean up the crime in major cities by deporting people that should not be in this country. But this judge out in Cook County, Illinois, just ruled that ICE, they need a warrant in order to arrest illegal migrants, what they call collateral migrants. So you have a warrant, you have probable cause to arrest one person, and they happen to be with somebody else who you know is an illegal immigrant as well. You're not allowed to arrest that person if they're in or around a courthouse in Illinois, according to this judge, because that, you know, would be unlawful or unconstitutional. That's the argument that he's trying to make with this ruling. But that's completely false, because under the INA, which is what ICE operates under, it's a law passed by Congress. They have the authority to detain and deport people in the U.S. and arrest them without a judicial warrant if they have probable cause. So this judge, this radical left Marxist lunatic serving the left-wing agenda, he's saying that these courthouses in Illinois are like sanctuaries, or there's like a force field around the courthouse that if you cross this line, the law no longer applies. And so this just gets added to the pile of instances where Obama or Biden-appointed judges have made unlawful or unconstitutional rulings, blatant, clear as day, that obstruct the Trump administration from carrying out its agenda. And what's going to happen is inevitably it'll get overturned by a higher court. An injunction will be issued by the appellate court to overturn it and allow them to do their job. But they are delaying justice. They are obstructing justice. These judges need to be removed from the bench. Okay, they need to be removed from the bench. There is a cancer in this country. And what the Gateway Pundit and Breitbart missed is who this judge is, his background, his track record, his history. And when you see that, it'll all make sense. So this Judge Cummins actually worked for Obama up until the point he was elected to Senate in 2004. And he also worked at the same law firm, this civil rights law firm in Chicago. Now, what's most notable is his work in helping to defend Acorn, the voter fraud group, this left-leaning activist group that ran massive voter registration drives in poor and minority neighborhoods, which sounds good on paper, but in reality, they were caught submitting fake voter registration forms and inflating the voter rolls, paying people to submit fictitious voter registration forms, and amongst many, many other scandals before they were eventually shut down nationwide by 2010. So that's his claim to fame. That's who this guy is. And so now this Marxist judge who was concocted in the same laboratory as Barack Obama is obstructing ICE from doing their job and threatening to arrest them for doing their job. This is a cancer in this country, ladies and gentlemen. This is a much bigger problem than people care to admit. And it doesn't matter that it's going to be overturned by the appellate court, because by the time that it does, the damage has already been done. And this is a repeated pattern. People need to wake up and see that this is happening all of the time. And it has to stop. These judges need to be removed from the bench. We need to clean house. But since that's not going to happen overnight, I think it's time that we send the National Guard into Chicago, which is long overdue. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, share it to a friend, share it to your family, share it to your Facebook page, whatever you got to do. I appreciate you guys for watching. Be sure to click the like, subscribe if you haven't, and turn the bell notifications on so you never miss another update. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.